And welcome. It's your girl Karaleise. How you guys doing? How you guys doing? Today we're going to be talking about a very important topic, which is business analyst in the age of AI. So I'm going to be diving into the topic of will AI replace you as a business analyst and how do you prepare for the coming AI? So everybody has been asking me, Carolise, what do you think about AI? How do you think we're going to work in the future with these new technologies, generative AI, prompt engineering, all of this stuff? And I thought about it and I wanted to just quickly tell you that I don't think you have to worry. I think that the only way that you become obsolete is if you don't learn how to use AI. So the AI is here to stay, but it doesn't mean it's going to replace you just like that. But you have to learn it. You have to learn to work with it. As a matter of fact, I went to a webinar and I saw them demoing a product called Copilot. It's like a add-on to Azure DevOps, and it's basically helping you write user stories. It's going to write the user stories for you. It's going to write the epics for you. It's going to create the tasks for you. It could even create the flow diagrams for you. It could even, write some of the code for you. So you're going to have a lot of these technologies that's doing the tasks that you do. So you have to think about it. So what value are you going to be able to bring to the company? It doesn't mean that the company can overnight just replace you with a bunch of AI robots. But it does mean that you have to shift, you have to change how you add value because writing the user story is no longer the most valuable thing. The AI can write it. What you'll need to know is how to add your humanness, your thinking ability over these projects. And that's going to be your new value. All right. So let's look deeper into this. So here's why I think the AI will not replace us as business analysts, at least not right now. We have a few more years, I believe. So these are the things, right? In terms of the business context, the stakeholder management skills, the problem solving, and the ethics. So AI can identify patterns, but it doesn't understand organizational culture. It doesn't understand your goals. It doesn't fully understand the market demands, right? BAs are needed to interpret the insights. So it can give you the data and it can make its best attempt at giving you like a summary and probably even recommendations, but it's going to miss some of the nuances of the culture, the nuances of the actual goal you're trying to accomplish, the market demands that are out there. It's not always as quantitative as you think, right? So in that sense, you as the BA can take the information from the AI. It's just going to make your work easier. It's going to be AI assisted work, but it's not going to be totally taken over by the AI. I don't believe, at least not right now. Then you have stakeholder management. So AI cannot facilitate meetings, build real relationships or resolve conflicts between business and IT teams. Human judgment is needed to prioritize. So, for example, we had Gemini, which is an AI tool in Google Workspace to help you to kind of summarize your meetings and summarize your email. So we've been using Gemini and I found it to be very helpful, very useful, but it doesn't replace having the meeting. I cannot see in the very, very near future stakeholders wanting to sit down and have a conversation with a robot. I don't see them sitting down and say, okay, I'm going to talk and then the AI is going to take the notes and then we'll just share that and that's our meeting. That's our stakeholder conversation. I don't see that. I know it can prompt you for questions. You can train it. There's so many things you can do with machine learning, but I don't I don't think they want to replace that human element when it comes to building relationships. As a matter of fact, I think the human element will become even more valuable because you have the AI doing everything else. So the one thing that they really want is a person. And so I think in terms of us just being able to relate better as humans, that's something that we do a lot of in our job as a BA. And that's why I think they're not going to want to replace you with the AI right now where that is concerned. Also, problem solving. While AI provides data driven recommendation, BAs bring critical thinking, creativity to solve complex business problems, right? Beyond just the numbers. So it's the problem solving and knowing the next step that you want to take based on the goal and the business need you're trying to solve, which AI will give you the data, it'll give you the numbers, but it doesn't quite get there yet. It doesn't quite get there yet. And that's why I think that as a BA, you're not going to be replaced by AI right now. It's probably going to take a couple years for it to become a little bit more and more smart. And even when it does, you still need a person. You need maybe you don't need as many people, but you still need a person because some of these skills are very human. And even if the AI can do it 100 times better, I feel like because of the nature of the job, you want a person in there who understands. Imagine when you call in to a company, right? And you have a problem. You want to talk to a person. You really don't want to talk to the robot. You know what I'm saying? The robot can only listen to you and try to route you to the right, right department, but it just doesn't hit the same. I think it's the same thing that's going to happen on these projects where you don't want to call in and listen to an automated voice the whole time. You want to talk to a human, especially on these projects where you're spending millions of dollars. You better get somebody in there. So that's one of the reasons why I think that we're going to be in this role a little bit longer. Other companies and other careers might be faded out faster, but I think that we're going to have a little bit longer staying power for these reasons. Ethics is the other one. So the AI lacks moral reasoning and can introduce bias in decision making. BAs ensure that solutions are ethical, that they are fair, and that they are aligned. So what I mean by this is the AI doesn't get the ethics that humans have as yet. At least I've not seen that as yet. And it crunches numbers. It may be able, maybe you can train it in what is ethical and what's not. Maybe there's ways you can do that, but there's going to be some missing parts when it comes to the morality of something. For example, maybe maybe if you want to sell more cigarettes, for example, maybe you should sell to minors. Sell to all the little kids. That would give you more profit for sure. But is that a moral thing to do? Is that the right thing to do? No, it's not. It's immoral. It's unethical. And so if a company were to propose that, yes, you'd have the numbers, but you'd probably lose a lot of goodwill and you probably lose your business too, right? So it's things like those that you need a human to evaluate. And you could say, well, Carlos, it doesn't have to be a BA human. It could be the CEO, it could be the founder. They could just replace you and they look at it and they make the decision. Sure, they can always do that. But on these large projects, the CEO and the management doesn't want to be involved in all the little details. Otherwise, they can't see the big picture. So I think for that reason, at least, we still have a fighting chance for now. And the AI will not replace us. So even though we don't think we're going to be replaced right away, what can we do to future proof our career? What can we do to get ready for this change that is coming? I would say embrace AI. The AI is your friend. The AI is going to make it better for you and work easier for you. You're going to have AI assisted everything going forward in the future. You cannot put this toothpaste back in the tube. So if you think you're going to hide your eyes and run away and go hide in a closet and it will go away, it will not go away. It's going to get more smart. It's going to get more embedded in everything. It's going to get more integrated. It's going to become a part of your daily life, which is not really a life I'm um, looking at as a bad thing. You know, I always told my daughter that I want her to grow up and to live her life. She's a single child. I don't want her to spend her adult years worrying about her mama. So when I saw Elon Musk come out and he had the robots and all this stuff, I was like, good. Keep working on it, Elon. Because I need my robot to help take care of me when I'm older. I want the robot to be making me my dinner. I want the robot to be holding my clothes. I want the robot to do stuff. And me and my significant other, we can go off and enjoy life. We don't have to be worried about the mundane tasks of running a house. So this is the thing. I really don't worry about the robots taking over and, you know, getting rid of humanity. I'm not worried about that. I'm sure there'll be rules and regulations and you know, compliance issues and all this stuff. Yes, I did watch the movie I, Robot, so I see what they did there. But, it's a future that we cannot necessarily stop. It's almost like if you were alive in the early 2000s, and I was, and you said, no, we don't want cell phones. It's going to be radiation and we're going to all become, like we're going to blow up our brains or something. I don't know. Right? You could have said that in 1999 and you wouldn't have stopped anything because the cell phones were coming regardless of whether you like them or not. It's the same thing right now. You are again on the cusp of the change in technology. And I'm so grateful to be alive at a time like this. At a time like this, I am grateful because I now have the ability to have seen all of the technology changes, in my lifetime, at least for now, at least. And these are big changes that's going to be around for the next 50 or so years. So I'm happy that I'm able to see them. So I really want to help you to future proof your career. And the way you're going to future proof your career is you're going to embrace AI and learn data analytics. So if you're shying away from data analytics, you're shying away from diving into the data, you're like, oh my God, I don't want to do that. You're probably going to have to because the AI is coming with the data and the numbers. They're going to crunch numbers for you, which is great. You just have to learn how to interpret those better and add your human skills to that. And that is how you're going to stay relevant. So learn AI driven analytics tools, gain skills in storytelling, understand machine learning basics. And I would also add generative AI. Learn that and learn how to do prompt engineering. Okay. Next is strengthen your soft skills that the AI cannot replace. You are a human being. You have skills that the AI, no matter what they do, it will never replace. God is so good that He built us with so many different things and skills and feelings, and the devil cannot create a human being. It it cannot. And we know the system is run by the devil. I'm just giving you the religious part of it because I am religious. So if you're here and you don't believe in God, I'm sorry, you can skip this part. But the devil cannot create a human being. And the AI and the robot is going to be its best creation. And even its best creation will not be able to replace the human being made by God. So AI cannot replace you. It cannot replicate your empathy, your communication, your leadership, your feeling. It can't replace it. So improve those things. Improve on your soft skills, your communication skills, your organization skills, your relationship building skills. Develop negotiating and conflict resolution skills. Enhance your storytelling and the way you translate needs, the way you communicate well between the different teams. That's going to be very helpful. Now, shift from task based to strategy focused work. Doing the little mundane task is not going to get you anywhere with this world of AI. So if you're just there, writing your user stories, prioritizing your tasks, and you're feeling like you've done something, that can be done by the AI. In fact, the AI can test, right? It can write test scripts. It can automatically start the tests. The AI can do all of the documentation for your BRD, can do all documentation for your user stories. It can do a lot of stuff. So task is not it. Know how to do the task, but move from task based to strategy based. What are we doing? What's the plan? How is this going to help? How can we have the best ways of working? That's what we need to be doing because the strategy is the thinking, is the analysis that's going to make you even more valuable, right? So you gotta shift into that. Now, you need to develop cross disciplinary knowledge. This is one of the ways that you're going to future proof yourself. So, it's no longer enough to just be a business analyst. And that's something I've come to the conclusion of myself. And it's painful because I like what I do. I really do like what I do. So, you need to develop cross disciplinary skills such as project management, product ownership, and agile and DevOps, right? So, personally, I did not want to have to do this because I am very happy with what I'm doing and I love the role that I have. And I know that when we get into project management, for example, it's a different role, even though it's related and you have all the transferable skills, but you're doing something different. You're managing the budget, you're managing the task, you're managing the resources, you're just managing a lot of stuff. So you kind of have left the expertise of a business analyst and you have gone into project management, which might be cool, might be nice, but you're now in a different realm. It's a different career altogether. So some people like that, some people don't. Some people want to be rubbing shoulders with clients and traveling a lot and dealing with setting up meetings and maybe that's what you like. Some of us like to just talk to stakeholders and really be in the meat of solving the problem, right? So it's a different desire sometimes. But in order for you to be very relevant, you're going to have to do multiple things, unfortunately. You're not going to be able to just stay in one lane. You're going to have to be diverse enough to switch lanes if you need to. And that means that sometimes you're going to play the role of a product owner. Sometimes you're going to play the role of a project manager. Sometimes you're going to be working on like agile projects. And when I say agile and DevOps here, it doesn't mean just the tool like Azure DevOps, but it's like understanding operations, like development operations and being an agile person, being able to switch not just the agile methodology, but being able to be agile yourself, be adaptable to change yourself, and understand how the operations of development works. The other thing that you need to do to really prepare for the AI that's coming is to stick with your industry trends, right? Follow industry leaders like myself, right? There are a couple others. You can go on LinkedIn and see how many people have done a great job of really differentiating themselves as a leader in the industry. Not just in business analysis, but obviously in AI, in whatever industry you're working in. So if you're in healthcare, who are the leaders in the different departments of healthcare? So things like that, right? Just really follow trends and see where they're going. Obviously, you follow the IIBA. You can get real world practice with my membership program, which is called the Back Office Club. You can join. We work on projects. You get access to our tools. We have lively weekly sessions, stand ups every week. We have a training every week. You get to have a one on one personal conversation with me, and you get to get access to me. So it's a pretty decent way for you to learn. And then you keep up with the technology, right? Know what's going on out there. Know what they've just built. Know what's just been released. Look at release notes. So, for example, I like Jira a lot. I'm really an Atlassian's girl. So I will look at the release notes that Jira has whenever they release a new version to see what have they improved, what have they changed. Follow the news on AI. See what's going on. All right. That's how you're gonna keep up with the trend and see what you need to do to pivot. So that's what I have for you right now, talking to you about, how to prepare for the coming AI as a business analyst, right? Will the AI replace you? And like I said earlier, the AI will not replace you, but you definitely have to embrace it. You have to know what's coming with it. You have to prepare for it. You have to learn it. You have to use it and it can assist you in doing a better job. And don't be afraid of it, but it's just another tool to help you to be much more successful. All right. Thank you so much. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Check out my other videos. Take care.